So growing up, I was raised Catholic. So I was baptized in the Catholic Church and had my first communion there, and didn't actually make a real connection with Jesus there. I knew there was foundation and I understood there was a God, but really church to me was more about whether or not I got a donut at the end of service, and that meant it was good or bad. But during junior high, things took a shift, a bit of a twist in our family. My mom decided that she no longer wanted anything to do with the church, anything to do with God or Jesus, and she kind of just denounced everything. So my freshman year of high school, my sister actually was invited to go to a youth group at a local Christian church, and I asked to tag along, and my entire motivation was just to get out of the house and get away from my parents. And I walked into this youth group of over a couple hundred kids, and they're singing these worship songs, and everybody knows these motions, and I'm like, is there like a playbook that was passed out earlier that we were supposed to learn? Because I have no idea what you guys are doing, and it feels really weird and really strange, and at the same time, it felt like home. And I learned for the first time that there was this God who knew me and who loved me and knew everything about my story and everything about my journey, and he called me his. And that was it for me. That was this line in the sand. I'm never going back. I never have. Like, I'm all in, because I desperately needed that. I wanted that. I craved it. I didn't know I was looking for Jesus. I didn't know that's where I would find that fulfillment. But it was him. And so I said yes to following him my summer after freshman year of high school. And my parents weren't happy about that. They thought and were convinced that the church was a cult and that they were trying to brainwash me and keep me from them. And so it was a battle. I was forced to know what I believed and why I believed it so early on in my journey that it just drove those roots deep. I got to serve 10 years as a youth pastor and 4 years as a missions pastor and a teaching pastor, and just loved getting to share who God was in my life and who he wanted to be with other people. Now, I have 2 beautiful baby boys and a marriage that I'm proud of, and a family who walks with Jesus, and a head that no longer has migraines. And I look at all that I have and all that he's given me, and again, I'm just like, there's no place else I could find this level of contentment and satisfaction and fullness. And I'm so grateful that he calls me his daughter, and I'm so grateful that I get to call him my dad. It is always more about who you're becoming than it ever will be about what you're doing. I'm still doing God's work. Some of the most important kingdom work that I will ever have the privilege of doing is raising my 2 boys to hopefully know him and love him and follow after him and serve him with their lives. I'm Rachel Grindle, and this is me.